Hooray. Just about ready. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to load up the freaking emulator, but it takes a minute to start. Just about there. Let's see. I put all this stuff in a folder. It's not in a folder. Let's put this here. All right. I lost OBS because I have too many freaking windows open at the moment. All right. Here, we'll go ahead and do this. Blam. All right. PS3 emulator. This is the interface. It works kind of like a PS3 does, but the problem with it at the moment is that, like, I don't know what they changed. It used to just sort of load stuff. What it does now is it kind of seems like it uses as much CPU as possible to load into the games, so it's kind of a problem. Like, there's these games here, I think like this game kind of works. I had to make an empty place. Like, I can't play the normal game. I had to find a save that was already done just so I could get to the skate park and make my own park, and even then it runs, it's getting there. It's running better, each version. This is okay, this runs okay. Initial D, I think it runs a little bit weird. Yes, I don't know where I got the screensaver from. Persona 4 Arena. This and this were the two reasons. I guess these three games here were the reasons I wanted to try this out, and I wanted to play Catherine again. I don't know why Catherine isn't on Steam. It is a surprise. I know one day that game will be. It is one of those games that, like, exists and seems to get, I don't know how it's sold, but it's the kind of game that people seem to, like, respect more as the years go by. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and try to load Persona 4 Arena because it's a nice fighting game. That's nice, right? So you got the threads that are opening down here. This is one of the games that works a lot better. I mean, it's a 2D fighting game. Not every 2D fighting game works though, so you never know what's gonna happen. I don't know what that was all about. The type of stuff that happens with this emulator. Sometimes it just doesn't seem to do much. Memory not mapped. I forgot how to fix that. I had done something for that. Oh, I think that's the yeah. So it does like a hard crash too. Like when you close stuff, it's just gone. And you, because this thing is early, like you need to pay attention to those messages that are down there. So I think I have to switch the GPU from Vulkan. I think it's got to run in GL. Let's try that again.
This program will be brought to you by the following.
I know it's doing that. That's Steam. That is Steam. This, I gotta turn this option off.
It's a wrong road. Echo when the getting.
This is the thing loading right now. Now it's running all extra slow. And like you never know, like, what is this thing doing? Is it working? Again, this is why I would say if you want to use an emulator, if you're looking for something new, the Wii U emulator works pretty good, but the PS3 one's just too early to know for sure. Like, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I'm gonna try this one more time. This game should load.
This program will be.
Nothing. Got no feedback. I did update it too recently, so this game's support might have broken. Got this thing on my screen. Looks like it's not working. Just don't know. Let's try Virtual Fighter, which is what this thing is tagged as. Anyway, let's put that back to. I want to say I had to switch that and I had to change some other stuff too. I just can't remember off the top of my head, like everything you have to switch in here. There's not a ton of options at the moment either. It could have been these. I think it might have been these. Oh well, whatever. Try Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter, I think, is one of those games that like has a tendency to like freeze my computer for a minute while it tries to load. And the other thing about this emulator and the Wii U one is that because these games are like Blu-rays, basically, they all take up a lot of space. So you'll have to download maybe like it'll be, I don't know, it could be like a 3 or 4 gig file. Once it extracts, it might be like 7 or 8 gigs, and then you don't know if it's going to work. Like you might see videos like, oh, something says this game works perfectly, but it only works perfectly in this version on this specific hardware. So there's games that I've played that people have, you know, been like, how do you get that to run? Like, raid, I guess. I don't know. It's a miracle. Waiting for this thing to load. Second turn. I got problems where I can't get the freaking webcam to turn straight. I've had this webcam forever. It was designed to be clipped onto the top of a monitor, but the clip never worked, so I ended up breaking the bottom part of the clip off so I could hold the thing like in place. Yep. Oh god, don't fall. Please don't fall. Yeah, it's at a weird angle and I can't fix it. It's sitting on top of a tech deck. Alright. I almost did something bad. Almost did something bad. I was shooting at problems. Offline versus single player. I don't think this thing has net play working yet. I think the Wii U version or the Wii U emulator has it, but not this. I don't remember. I can't remember this. Oh, that's right. I was doing these because. But the thing with this game, though, is so when I first tried it, I was like, holy smokes, this thing just works perfectly. But then I realized it only works perfectly on certain levels, and then other levels, just inexplicably, it just runs like garbage. I've never liked this character, so I started using him. But in 2017, I was like, I'm gonna start using this guy when I play this game now. Compiling shaders in the corner. That's important. This is PS3. So this is one of the levels that's never totally fine. This has a rule about buttons on it.
Round one. Ready, go!
Yeah, dude. Playing Virtua Fighter after playing Tekken is always weird because Virtua Fighter is such a slower game and there's certain things that you do in Tekken that are just like, this is the game that I like when I talk about like 3D fighters that I can like play. This is the game that I can play, but for some reason like going back to it, it's just like, what am I doing? How come I'm so slow? How come I can see everything that's happening?
I'll be celebrating tonight!
Yeah, this does not run like people have they have videos on playing Uncharted and stuff, but I would say if you want to play PS3 stuff, your best bet is to go and use what's it called? The PlayStation Now, which is like an online service that lets you just stream the games from the service, so it's gonna look pretty good. And it's not too expensive, you can only pay $10 a month, it's like Netflix. You have some weird like year deal, like you can spend like $100 and get a full year. And I mean, it's a good service. If you could afford it, sure, go for it. Nah, I can't do that. I also know I wouldn't use it enough to warrant that.
Round 1. Ready, go!
This thing is weird because you have to do the objective in order to actually get credit points. Like you could win a fight, and if you don't, if I don't do the 6 blocks, it doesn't matter. I'll get a loss anyway.
Knockout!
What else do I have on here? It's let's see. Let's exit this. Stop. Where's the whole emulator? Yeah, I can't play most of these without with the stick. I have to hook up a controller. I could do. I really want to know why this isn't working. I have no clue what to check. Nope. Check game compatibility. It's compatible. I know it's compatible, I just don't know what to turn for. No, their compatibility list is no good because it doesn't really, I don't think it gives you LLV. There you go. It's something here, I just can't remember what it is. Let's try precise and see if there's anything.
This program will be brought to you by the following sponsors.
Persona 4 Arena.
There we go, progress. Alright, so this is a game that I also like. I don't know why I didn't play this one. I think I just kind of got it. Like, I'm not a huge, I don't know much about Persona. I think I've probably owned most of the games, but I've never really got that far into them. Every game I'm like, oh, it's really good, but it's like 100 hours long. Can't do it. But I had it on PS3, and I was enjoying playing it, but I didn't have anybody to play with when I was a parent at the time. So I was hoping it came to PC, which it never did. They started putting other games on PC, just not this. So, yeah, when this emulator is really cool, except for what you have to see, it's kind of an issue.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now, why don't you introduce yourself?
Very well.
There's this thing where like you can play it and it's totally like if you just ignore it, if you think about it as being any fighting game, it's totally fine. A lot of old 90s games have a thing where you see how the characters like flicker. It's also running at like half the speed it's supposed to. So
You missed!
and there's a way to speed it up so it runs at full speed, but then you get that compatibility issue at the start. Maybe one version of you. One of the cool things about this thing so we see a little button on top of this
And that's the end of that.
This is my favorite. Do one button. The thing I like about this game, though, and the Persona series in general, is the soundtrack. It's pretty good. I used to have that on a CD in my car all the time. It was because of that game, too. Hold on. Hold on. Just a second. Yep. Yep. By hold on, I mean I'm trying to move my stick back and hooking up a controller, but I gotta run a driver for it to work properly, which leads to other issues, which is why I don't use controllers all that often. The Steam controller works fine, but I have to run the game through Steam for the setup to work, and I don't really want to do that all that often. I'm just kind of running it. Oops. All I wanted. It's not on one. That is the. We got an Xbox One controller, a PS3 controller, Steam controller. I'm looking for my Switch Pro controller. There's the Switch Pro controller and the cable. Here we go. And the other thing with this controller, unfortunately, is that it works good. But, like I said, you have to run this stupid driver. And I don't know if the person's still updating or not. It's weird because the Switch is a year old almost now. Actually, I think like as of right now, or maybe tomorrow, it'll be a year old. And you would assume that by now, in freaking 2018, there'd be a driver. Not the case. All right. I have to remember all of this stuff is. Switch Pro controller. Please work. Oh god. Oh no. The biggest problem with this controller and this driver is that you have to run this thing every single time. And I have this issue where, so that sound right there, what it has a tendency to do is disable my Oculus. It's trying to install the drivers that I need to run this stupid emulator. or not the emulator, but the controller. But it's doing all this stuff first. So now probably when I want to use my Oculus, I'd have to restart the computer. Oh boy, it's not working right either. It's good. Please work, please. Oh, cheapest. Now I have to get this thing to work because it's already like messed up my all of the controllers and stuff attached to the computer so much. This is why when people ask me like, why don't you just leave a computer or controller hooked up? Like my Xbox One controller, it's too loud and somebody chewed up the rubber on it. And this controller I like, but it just messes with things so freaking much. I also don't like the fact that I have to have this program running the whole time. There we go. Boom. Okay. Let's see. Gotta figure out where CMU is. CMU? I like CMU. Alright. Look at that, there's my dog. I don't know where the simulator is. I'm pretty sure I just opened it. Oh man, I forgot. Sorry. I'm trying to blur that up. Oh, all right. I won't know if this thing is working or not until I get into a game. It's so stupid. All right. No, let's try Bayonetta 2. There we go. This is the Wii U emulator, which is the one that I would say to do if you're going to do any of these. Like, this tends to work the best. Oh, man. Bayonetta is such a cool series. There's small video errors, major. Wait, why am I here again? I don't remember what I was doing the last time I played this game.
The legend of Aesir. A legend from the dawn of time. Nobody knows where the world came from. A struggle caused the trinity of realities to be split into 3 realms. Light, darkness, and chaos.
Oh, that's not gonna be skipped.
Obviously, our world was the one born from chaos. The 3 worlds all needed rulers. Most of all, ours. And the one that ruled the chaos became known as Aesir.
The fact that this game just runs at full speed is still freaking fascinating to me. This was the first game, like, when people were talking about, like, oh, how's the Wii U emulator? This is one of the ones that everybody was just, like, going through. Which is really cool to me, because it doesn't seem like the kind of game that you would expect people
Aesir spent the
be
first
all over
eternity
like that.
quietly looking upon the earth.
Like, it was really cool that this came out. Like, nobody expected there to be a Bayonetta 2, especially not on Wii U.
Make it match our rules of the world.
The first game was really cool, but I don't think it was, like, a huge seller or anything.
Became our
The fact that Nintendo was like, oh
These
no,
observations became
we'll support it,
Aesir's
but it can
power.
only be on the Nintendo platform.
Aesir's eyes were truly
Oh,
the
it's
eyes that
frozen.
created the world.
I think. Yeah. Let me just let this sit for a second. We'll pretend it's moving. You hear the audio. Mouse. Yeah. See, all of these modern console emulator things are all kind of weird. The PS3 one works better than the 360 does by far, but none of them actually like work properly yet. You get a few games that have like really good support. Is this loading? Yeah, there we go. Like this works good. Don't know why. Doesn't make any sense to me on why this game works.
Here we go.
It's running a little bit slow now. That could be because of the streaming though. It's hard to know. We're at full speed right now. I think my problem... Yeah, so with the Switch Pro controller, it's a great controller, tremendous controller. The problem with it is that when you use it, like, the D-pad by default is slightly off. Like, it doesn't work. I want to say, like, if you hit the diagonals or something, there's something weird where, like, they don't work how you expect them to. I'm gonna do this. I'm already from it. I think that this game, I don't know enough about it. I want to say this game is the one that, like, people talk about as having some sort of, like, extra challenge. Like, once you finish the game, there's, like, some... They want you to try to get all the coins in the levels or something. That could be the last, 3DS one, though. I'm only going to do the one level, and then I'm going to switch to that one game. That one Wii U game. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to game number 1, and then I'm going to switch to game number 2. They're both seemingly popular Wii U games. Stop running. No. Oh, it's almost there. Game works. I know the first New Super Mario Brothers game, the thing that drove me crazy about it is that it only saved after you beat a castle. So basically when you play the game, you had to finish at least 4 levels. So it was like, it was just this time commitment of like, I turned this game on, I have to go do all this stuff now. Let's exit since I can't switch games. This is a game that is coming to Switch sometime this year. Next one that is up. Yep. The proper characters. See, there's a certain character from this series that I don't think has had a second game that he's been in. There's further proof that that one game is garbage. Not a fan. Wow. I didn't realize I had this level unlocked. I remember loading this up and being like, oh, I get it. I could see why people are into this. This is on 3DS. I want to say it came out on Wii U first, then came to 3DS, and now it's coming to Switch. The cool thing about all of these Wii U games is that there are so many of them that people didn't play, like, say, me, for example. And now, like, because they're coming to Switch, you get another chance at it. So weird. Right. No! Why did it froze for a second? It's hard. I'm holding down too many buttons right now for this to be any good. This is making me feel so uncoordinated because of all the buttons you have to hold down. So, alright, so you have to hold down R to grab the ropes. So, like, I just want to tap up and, you know, pull up on it. So I'm holding down Z, R, R2, whatever. But then it's like if I want to jump, you have to tap the jump button, because if you let go of R, you just fall. You use that to do that too. So like right now, like I want to go over there. This doesn't work on Dolphins, it only works on Simu. It's a whole thing. And you can see these weird freezes here too every now and then. I don't know what this is. Excuse me? Oh, he can Scrooge McDuck. That's so cool. No, it's so cool. Wow. It's a really weird thing for him to be able to do. It's not something I expect to see in Donkey Kong. And this is the game that, like, I don't remember what came out this year, but like I didn't hear a ton of people talking about it. So like anything that I find in here, same with Super Mario, New Super Mario Brothers 2. Since I haven't heard much about it, everything is a surprise. I'm just like, I've never seen that before. So I fell because I'm having issues with these controls. They're so complicated. I do feel like most of the problems here would be fixed if you could just hold up to climb the rope. Wow. It's such a weird choice. One of those barrels is death. This must mean what I think it means. Yep. It's so cool. He's no use. Yeah, that's running a little bit slow right now. I think, again, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be probably fine. don't know what this thing is here for. I feel like this is trying to get me to do something. Stupid. That was user error. Okay. So then I guess that was just showing me that can happen. That's neat. See if we can get up there. I'm thinking if I do. No, that's right. I can grab those vines up there. It's so weird. There's so many buttons. Did the thing. Alright, I'm gonna change the games because this running at like weird frame rate is very strange. Look, it all of a sudden shot to the normal thing. Yeah, now it's accessible. I wonder if... I didn't have a setting turned on. I think it's going to make a difference here. Yeah, no, it's still running weird. Alright. I'm going to switch games in a second. By that, I mean now. Hopefully this saved. If it didn't, that's okay too. That was only one level. Ooh. Settings. Things I forgot to switch back. I don't know what speed I have this set to. I think I might have turned on something so it's supposed to run at 30 instead of 60. But who knows? We'll see. We're at 60 right now. Now we're running at 48. This still doesn't hit the full speed for me when I play it offline, so yeah. The Switch version of Skyrim, I believe, has Breath of the Wild outfits that you can unlock somehow. It might be an amiibo thing. I think people said that you can find it in the world too if you like know where to look. But yeah. So clearly this probably looks a little bit different. I changed some stuff. I turned on some filters to smooth things out a bit. Yep. I also do not remember what I was doing. There's filters that you can turn on to remove the fog, and I think that's the worst idea ever. I think the fog, like, you see how it's in the distance back there? Like, it would make it so, like, oh, you can see all of that. But I think that part of the game, part of what makes it look so cool is that that's there. It makes the world look like it's freaking gigantic. Or, like, looking down here, and, like, you can't clearly see everything that's down there. There we go. Forgot what the run button was. I also don't remember why I was here. I don't remember what I was doing. I know I gotta do the freaking intro, I just don't remember, like... Okay, I had the bombs. Some way that I got up here. I don't know, I'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. How impatient am I feeling? That much. That's how impatient I'm feeling. Alright. What's the next? There. One of those rush rooms? I'm trying to remember what the buttons are. I see there's a let go button. That's not what I want. I want that. Alright. This is the biggest reason I haven't finished this game on Switch, is because I wanted to see, like, how much it progressed in this emulator, so it's kind of like, I own the game, and, I keep doing the intro with every version of this emulator that comes out, and then, like, I go back to the Switch version, like, oh, how was the intro? And then I just, like, make another game. It's like, alright, this is what I'm comparing it to. It's so unproductive. Gimme. There we go. The fact that this thing, like, runs this good, the fact that this emulator came out before this game did, and there was a race where everybody was like, do you think it's going to be able to emulate this game when it comes out? And it's pretty good. Go here, and then we'll go up. Like, I want to jump, but then I don't want to, like, risk jumping and then losing my stamina and then dropping all the way back down. I think that right there is the top. Oh, memories. I don't remember what day it was. It must have been like a couple of weeks after I got this that I sat there and I was like, I'm making progress in this game. I might have been playing for maybe like, say, 3 or 4 hours at a stretch in handheld mode on the Switch, which I think that's okay. That's a full battery cycle. And then I was like, you know, I'm gonna spend one day just running around and trying to find all of the little like temples just so I can teleport everywhere. And then that was the thing. You'll also notice well, it's probably not gonna pick up on the stream, but so the game, I guess whatever plugin I have is, its goal is to hit 60 frames per second. Usually in the outside world it hits 30, which is what the Switch and Wii versions run at. When I get inside of the temples, it goes up to 60, so it feels like everything is moving really, really, really smooth and fast. It's such a neat thing. I technically have the bandwidth to stream at that speed, but I can't because Twitch, I think Twitch more than any other thing, it'll block, like, I'm not a partnered streamer. So a lot of times, like, you've just got like a crap upload speed. Thought you had this. We'll see. Oh my goodness. What? Can't carry any more melee weapons. What are you talking about? Forget this club. Oh yes, that effect. The first time that you load an effect in the game, it like runs extra slow. Yep, it's going at like 2 frames per second right now for me. Problems. Stamp. Wait, there's no stamp there. What did I do? This isn't it. It's been way off. This is the only one I got in the right spot. It's funny. I forgot. Thing was, you need to get in there and not die. There's like a gate or something where there's like a bunch of peppers outside. Thank you. Oh no, I'm still cold. There's grass here. Which means it's warm, right? Nope. Still cold. I don't know, like, once I get down here, I think I'm warm again. It's like, once you get on the other side of this fence, you're suddenly cold. Peppers. more peppers. What to do? Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. Oh, I must not have a bow. That would explain why I can't. Oh, I do. I just don't have it equipped. Use the traveler's bow. I never got into like parrying in this game, and I think that's one of those like super important things that you can do. No, I didn't mean to do that. Right. Club. Buttons. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Sledgehammer. There we go. I don't know what I made. I want to say I should just take a piece of meat and then just put all of the peppers on it and just hope for the best. Hold on a second. Back. Oh man, okay. No, that's not what I want to do. I keep forgetting you have to hold the stuff to cook. Don't have any big pieces of meat. I'm gonna eat this either. Oh, wait, no, no, never mind. I can't. Oh, it's already cooked. Eight minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. 3 peppers and then just need 2 apples. Classic meal. Yeah, of course, everybody eats spicy simmered food. And the reason I'm only doing these is just because I want to. I don't want to have this thing like just be my only source of healing. Turn the game. This should be enough. I don't think it takes long to get to it. I need to get to it. It's 24 minutes. What I do kind of want to do is I sort of feel like just taking all of the peppers I have and just putting them in there. There's a torch. Is not what I wanted. How do you do that thing? I don't remember how to do the thingy. It's been so long since I played this. There it is. It is jump, you hold the shield, you jump, and you press A. The closest I'm getting to like a modern skateboarding game. Got the guard. It's potlit instead. That's my goal. Like, yeah, there's a leaf. I don't need this. Not that. My gosh, so many things. There's so many like interactions that you can have. Alright. That's not what I needed. I don't remember how to do this. I think I gotta... Still have an axe. Alright, that's cool. Yeah. I don't remember how to do this. Oh man. It's been too long since I played this game. Or something you can do, or you can make a bridge and then you can come over here, but I don't remember what the heck it was. There's nothing down here other than this stupid chest. So I'll grab. Frame rate, man. Five minutes of cold resistance. I gotta get up there. There's something here. I think it was trying to freaking get across this stupid, like, bridge. Where I think this was, like, one of the first moments in the game where, like, I just died a few times. I guess we're on there. I have to figure out today what I can uninstall. I'm gonna have to delete some of the PS2 games. I guess that's all it comes down to. Like, I need my space back. I have a bunch of space on my main hard drive, but the problem is that I had this idea of, like, I'll put everything on my second hard drive, so that's full. So then my main hard drive is for the other files, but now I'm looking at my second hard drive, I'm like, man, this thing is like, it's got like 11 out of 100 gigs, or 2 terabytes free. It's not acceptable. I was looking at all the games, and like, I've got like God of War in there, and that's the biggest game I have, but I'd have to remove like, I'd say maybe like 5 PS2 games or something, and I don't know if I want to do that. Should have made something with my stamina. Well, maybe I can make it up here, I'm not sure. That far of a drop if I don't, though. Great. I keep wanting to hit the share button. That's a pretty good screenshot right there. button. Wrong button. Don't hit me. I don't know why I keep hitting that button to try to get things to happen. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to use... No, that's not happening. It's absolutely not happening. What's this, though? Oh man, the thing that bums me out about the simulator is I want to play Monster Hunter and it's so bad, but I don't think it works for me all that well. And I've seen people using the 3DS simulator to do that, but that also doesn't... I can't seem to get that working right.
Ho!
Yay! Here he is. So I go there. It's so dark. There's this thing that people do in stress testing games. I do it too. I'm really bad about doing this, of rotating the camera while you're going to do things, and it makes it really hard to navigate, but it can make some things look super cinematic. And the idea is that the more polygons that are on the screen, is the slower your game runs, so you have an idea of like, oh, if I look over this way, the frame rate drops. So like, what do I have to do to get the frame rate to be like as high as possible at that specific location? I've seen a lot of videos when they put out like a new version of this emulator. Like the Shadow's working on this. I think it's actually partially the video card, but it can also be like just emulator updates. You'd see just people like doing this, and they do like a side by side of them doing the exact same thing. Ah, bruh. That was useless. No. It is. I started off streaming Virtua Fighter, and then I switched over to Breath of the Wild. It was running kind of weird for me. I just want to finish the beginning of this, and then I'll switch to something else. I might switch to Pokken Mario Kart, I don't know.
Oh!
Just the old man. Oh!
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me, And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Yay. Yay. Alright, well, since I'm down here, I'm going to go ahead and save, and I'm going to switch to another game. This game will go on forever otherwise. Alright, I got the DLC stuff. I haven't really checked that out yet. Hold on. And due to freaking lack of feedback, I can't tell if this thing is loading or not right now. I want to have like 50, yeah, there it is. Alright, I don't have 50 instances of Simu open on my computer. Yeah, let me go ahead and load this. This game is, I don't understand Pokken. It's like I don't understand Injustice. Like I get that they're fighting games, just don't understand how to like play them. I am happy that this runs like full speed for the most part. I tried the demo a bunch of times on Switch and I was like, I get it. I just don't like. It's kind of like the fighting game. It's just like, it's not quite what I want it to be.
Getting used to this league yet? Nothing beats taking on lots of different battle trainers.
Guess I'm doing this.
Time to pick a support set. I'll try to give you some good advice.
I forgot to switch my character.
Which Pokemon do you want to tag for support? I always just go with my gut.
Thanks.
Round 1. Once your synergy gauge is full, your Pokemon can use its synergy burst.
This was the VO1 that we times. They all just so cool.
Still too early to use your synergy burst. Nice! Keep it up and you're golden. Alright, let's call in your synergy gauge is full. Now's your chance to use burst. The next round is where it counts. All right, let's have some more fun for the next round, too. Now, round 2. All right, then. Let's give it a shot. Your support gauge isn't full yet. Synergy gauge up. Your support gauge isn't full yet. Your support gauge is full. I choose you. Your synergy gauge is already full. You can't cause a phase shift with your attack. Fill up the synergy gauge. Time is up. You can't use burst attacks anymore. You already used your burst attack. Alright, let's call in some support. Let's keep our block up now.
I remember watching the championship thing that they had going for this when I was like split into divisions and just like looking at people play.
Congrats!
And Justin Long was being a coach, and I was just like, what is this? I still don't understand what this game is.
Looks like my advice is helping, huh? You earned a new title. You earned a new title. Time to pick a support set. Hope this will be some good old fun.
these arena fighting games just don't do it for me. I like the idea of the finish.
Remember, you're in this to have
the
fun.
rest of this game I just don't understand.
Round 1. Oh, yes, yes. Your opponent's weakness is... what was it again? Still too early to use your synergy skill. Time to recalibrate your attacks from field phase. Oh, looks like some power is all right. Let's see your synergy gauge is full. Now's your chance to use first. First on, knock him out. Looks like some power has appeared. Take that out. You haven't forgotten about support, have you? If you're in trouble, call in some help. Go and get him. Synergy gauge up. Amazing.
Whatever. Whatever, man.
All right. Go get that. Was a good, clean win. Want to head into the next battle with the same support? Round 2. All right then, let's give it a shot.
Oh.
Your synergy gauge is still only half full. Let's keep our block up now. This is just the start of the battle. Keep cool and take it slow. Smash down!
I need to do it.
Good work! Your battles are fun, even just watching. Pick where you want to assign your skill points.
Just put it all into attack with I don't know what I'm doing.
You earned a new title.
I don't understand this at all. Oh boy.
Time to pick a
I want to
support
finish these
set.
5 matches then. I might turn this off for a bit. Either that or maybe you'll stream Titanfall 2. Because I installed it a couple of days ago and I've never played it.
I'll try to give you some good advice. All right then, time for battle. Go show them what you're made of. Round 1. Just do your thing and you'll be fine. Synergy gauge up. Your synergy gauge has a spaceship secret now. Your support gauge is full. Your synergy gauge is full. Now's your chance to use burst. Keep it up and you're golden. Time is halfway up. You've got the lead, but don't jinx yourself. Always feels good to tap them back into the field.
You know, I think one of my biggest issues, like when I tried playing this game to begin with, is like
The next round is where
when the
it
person
counts.
gets hit
All
to
right,
the ground,
let's have some more
when
fun
they're
for the
once they
next
hit a
round,
certain
too.
number of like
Now
times
then,
they've been
what'll
hit,
it be?
like juggle or combo recovery system goes into effect, so it's just like you're doing like 1 or 2 hits.
Alright then, let's give
And then
it a
maybe
shot.
going into a super, but there's like nothing beyond that besides just trying to get around the person.
But you're powered up! Now's your chance! They've recovered some of their synergy gauge! First on! Knock them out!
There's a jump, it looks like there's like maybe a light, medium, light, heavy, and special or something like that. And then you got your synergy stuff.
Hey, keep up the good work!
Oh boy.
You earned a new title! Time to take a support set! I'll try to give you some good advice. Alright then, time for battle. Go show them what you're made of. Round 1. You're facing off against a fast Pokemon. Try to predict their moves. Too early. Time to recalibrate your attack from field phase. Oh, they've recovered some of their synergy gauge. Your synergy gauge is full. Now's your chance to use burst. Your support gauge is full. With burst activated, you can use super powerful burst attacks.
So it's just like Burst doesn't do a lot of damage. At least their attack. Just upset you.
The next round is where. All right, keep that up for the next battle. Round 2. You just gotta believe in your Pokemon and give it your very best. Synergy gauge up. All right, now you're in duel phase. Your synergy gauge is still only half full. With a lead like that, you've practically won already. Keep up the pressure and take it down. You're starting to get the hang of it. Your synergy gauge is full. I choose you. You did it!
Oh my goodness.
Awesome! Hey, keep up the good work. Pick where you want to assign your... Picking a support set is always a tough choice. Okay, let's go. Don't you just get all revved up before a battle? I wonder what your opponent... Round 1.
They were doing so good, they were actually hitting me.
Come on, that was a good, clean win. Want to head into the next battle with round 2? Just remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the battle. They've recovered some of their synergy gauge. It's up power to fill your synergy gauge. Keep it up! Alright, let's call in some support! The stage is full! You're in burst mode! This is your big chance! Time to
As they fall down.
Awesome! Nice work! Looks like my advice is helping, huh? Pick where you want to escape.
So, battle count in.
You earned a new title.
I'm a rookie.
Congrats! You made it. Now you'll be able to participate in the tournament. Tournaments are a little different than league matches in that you won't... Oh, and you'll be disqualified if you lose even once.
I can't make myself care. I want to like this game so bad. It's just, it's so weird. I think if I was a bigger Pokemon fan, I'd probably be like super into it. Let's switch. Let's go to... So many choices. So many choices. I guess I'll just open big box. And hopefully my controller picks it up okay. My little doggy, yay! It's a combo. Big box. Here we go. Oh man, it looks like it's working alright. I could drive myself crazy and try to load some of these. They're Capcom classics. Battle Arena Toshinden 2 is under no circumstances a Capcom classic. That is... Can't agree with that. I want to scroll faster. There we go. Check out Legendary Wings. Not sure. Okay, it says it's going to open with Retro Arch. Might get lucky. I might just be able to play this game without having to change all my controls. We'll see. It looks like I got lucky. I remember, maybe I played this game on Nintendo the first time. I remember like thinking, what was that cool Angel game? Oops. Oh wow, this is going super bad already. No! that's what I like about arcade games. It's just that I feel like they all feel like at a certain point they're just completely against you. It's like winning, like surviving, it just means that you're basically just saving money. Oh no! Yeah, this was the other thing that seems super cool about this game. No. Holy smokes. Stop. Oh my god, the thing is just an inconvenience. It just exists to push you away from your goal. So games like this are the reason why Turbo College exists. This is a really long level. No. Here's a list of Capcom games. Where do you start at? If you can wow. Wow. Balls. I don't remember how this game works. That's probably one of my other things that I love about arcade games in general is like they tend to be so there's not a lot going on. You basically like put your money in, you can usually figure out how to play the game. Oh no. Oh no. And if you couldn't, they always had the like prompts on the screen to let you know, like, oh, this is what you do. Does this mean I'm invincible? Guess so. I'm assuming that anchor probably would have hurt me. Sweet. No! He touched me. I wish, sorry, I wish my favorite way to consume MAME at the moment wasn't freaking VR. There was just something really cool about New Retro Arcade and standing in front of a machine. No. Game over. That's cute. See if Rival Schools works. That looks like a no. That's a no. Developed by Incredible Technologies. Okay. Oh, man.
Gaia versus Gaia! Round one, fight! Gaia wins! Round two, fight!
That's funny. Classic Guile threatening moves. That right there.
Gaia wins! Round three, fight! Gaia wins! Gaia versus Zenny! Round one, fight!
Athena. What is that? This is not how that move works.
Gaio wins. Round 2, fight!
He has like 3 little jabs. That move right there also should mean 2 hits.
Dengi wins. Round 3, fight!
It's just depending on priority. Weird flexies. Game has revolutionary AI.
Gaio wins. Gaio versus Tammy. Round 1, fight!
She should have crossed up. She didn't. This game. Oh, you're good at Street Fighter.
Gaio wins. Round 2, fight!
It's so stupid. I think what she's doing there, I think because I'm kicking, it pushes her. She should be switching to the other side because I keep kicking. It forces her to go back through.
Gaio wins. Gaio versus Coretta. Round 1.
Okay, that's funny. That's super funny. Three Wonders, I think, is a game that looks really cool that I was never any good at. We'll see what this is. I wonder how much they charge for this game back in the day. I'm hoping it's just the cost of a regular single game. But I can imagine this being the sort of thing of like, if you ordered it, like if you're an arcade operator and they were charging you points, like, oh, you're getting 3 games for the price of 1. It doesn't matter, I have another life. It's a trap. Still got 50 seconds. Oh, Jesus. It's a pretty cool game. I saw that in arcade back in the day. The biggest thing about when they bring these games here is like when you would see them in an arcade, it was cool to see a new game, but sometimes it meant that like, oh, they got rid of like whatever game that you liked. Were you a big fan of Vampire Hunter 2? And they had to get rid of it to get this new Dance Dance Revolution machine. Whatever the hell that thing is. Absolutely be trying this game with this controller. Combo is the key. I'm going to picture that. I'm going to put that on Twitter. Here comes a new challenger. Cute. Cute game. I am redoing this just so I can get that one screenshot. It's probably already online, but who knows? Create your own combo. Pretty sure I got it. All right. Yeah, playing this, like, because this, I want to say it came out after the Street Fighter games were, you know, Street Fighter 2 had already clearly been out, but this is the one that I would say is the closest to, like, the first, like, versus style game. Like, the crazy combos and stuff. It's not as, yeah, like, you got air combos like she just did, which no way that stuff was happening in Street Fighter. You've also got that crazy super jump I just did. Jeez.
Round 2. Fight. Real claw. Tornado claw.
There we go. I don't remember how to do the supers in this game. This is also, I'm pretty sure, the first game that had that thing right there. Like, hitting the start button to hit them after the round ended. Okay. I don't understand how Gauntlet Legends is my most launched game here. I didn't think that would work. Hard drive is in there. Took for midway. I'm listening to a conversation happening downstairs right now. The Touch Mastered stuff. Okay. Smash TV. See, well, whatever. Well, total current. It's close enough. Let's try that out. Let's see how that works with the default controls.
Send in the Doomsday Squad!
Dude. That's really funny that he blocks off the text on the screen like it doesn't even matter.
All we are making is baby milk, yeah!
That means that these buttons are all backwards. So this too. It's not right. I did that wrong. Shoot.
Thank you! My hero!
It's the dude that's on fire.
Thank you! Thank you! Yeah! Captain Carnage!
Holy smokes, dude. It was a...
I'll buy you for $1.
Help me!
Oh, thank you.
Alright, it looks like I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go pick up a mattress. So I'll be back later. Peace.